Welcome to the Millennial Mum Show, and it's me, your host, Tolu, the Millennial Mum. And you can guess today I am very, very excited. Well, I have two reasons to be excited. One is International Women's Week. Whoop, whoop. So I have three amazing moms in the studio with me today, and they're going to be discussing pretty much everything that surrounds motherhood, lifestyle, career, and everything you can think of. They are going to be busting myths and fallacies about different things. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. So welcome back, and as I said earlier, we have three amazing array of women in the studio with me today. We have a stay-home mom, if there's anything like that really. We have a 9-to-5 mom, and we also have an amazing content creator mom. Well, I kind of look at her like an influencer in the studio with me today. I really don't want to introduce them. I'm just going to let these women introduce themselves and let them just talk their talk. So, hi, ladies.
Hi.
Hi. So, I'm going to take it from this side. Okay, actually, no, I'm going to take it from this side. Let me not be partial because you're close to me, Tomi. So, hi, Rolly. Can you please introduce yourself to my amazing viewers out there?
Hi, my name is Morolake Emokpaire. I'm a mom, I'm a daughter, I'm a wife, and for the past decade, I have been a brand marketeer. I create new products and I design the sustainable business models to scale, embed them in the market, and ensure that my consumers and users get to access and get it to solve their problems. So in a nutshell, that's who I am. When I'm not working, I'm passionate about women-related causes, especially for young children, the girl child, and troubled and broken women. I'm an advocate for safe mental spaces for women, and I think in a nutshell, this is everything that makes me who I am.
I like you just get me, like everything's like okay, yes, right. Thank you for that. Like this is why I keep saying like I'm excited like to have all of you here. It's International Women's Day, and there's no better time to have women from different walks of life just talking their talk. So I'm gonna take it to you, ma'am. Introduce yourself to my viewers.
Okay, my name is Daniel Beauty. I'm a mom of 3 beautiful girls.
Wow.
I'm also, so you can call me mom of girls.
Okay, mommy girls.
So I'm also a digital content creator. And that is to say, I create content for brands. I'm a businesswoman. I sell and design clothing. And also I'm a shrink.
All right.
That's
all right.
That's to say, I probably help those young married women, basically, who have issues with marriages, relationship, and I help them battle whatever thing they're going through. If there's someone they need to talk to, they come talk to me.
Okay, nice. So
Amazing.
Nice, very nice. Tomi, please take the floor.
My name is Tomilola Olatunde.
Okay.
And I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
Wow.
And I also homeschool my son.
Wow.
So what I do is I have a blog called Cuddle Blog where I create content around homeschooling and my life as a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
And I also run a yearly conference on homeschooling.
Okay, ladies, and you've heard it all. Yes, those are my women in here today. Thank you for coming in. And I'm going to just ask you this question, Tomi. I'm going to start with you. There's this misconception about stay-at-home moms. Like everyone, a lot of people think, I think it might be coming from the men folk, because I don't think a lot of women feel this way, that stay-at-home moms have it easy. So what's your hot take on this? Like, give it to me real quick.
I do agree that most of the time from the men folk, like they don't know what they're talking about. But
Sorry, but
because of course, no mom has it like
easy.
So whether you are staying at home or you are a beauty influencer or you know, giving us brands, amazing brands, you know, it's not an easy task at all. So the idea that being a stay-at-home mom, you have it easy, it's a myth.
It's a myth. Thank you. That's what I was like waiting to hear. Like it's so. So run me through like your regular day, like your typical day at home, like Monday, next week Monday.
Okay, so because I homeschool my son, our day is typically a bit different because so we wake up, I take a bath for him, get him ready, and then we do our own
school.
Well, we don't call it schooling, but yeah, we do our, because it's still in the early years, so we do our thing, and then because he's typically with me the whole day, right? Yeah. So and then if there's before I had a help, I clean and I cook and all of that. In between
everything.
In between, because I have to feed him in the morning, of course.
Okay.
And then, but when I had a help, when I got a help, you know, so that took a little bit of that off of me. Yes. But then there's cooking, there's cleaning, and then there's keeping the child alive. You know, throughout the whole day. Then you go for outings because we homeschool. We have to schedule all of those things. We go out and we ensure that, you know, we have outdoor activities and things like that. Yeah. Then night routine, and then the next day.
Okay.
That's minus the fact that, you know, you still have a husband
to take care of. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, okay. Over to you, Rolly. What's your thoughts on this stay-at-home PM? Like, stay-at-home moms have it easy. It's easier to stay at home and take care of the kids rather than go out there and work. What's your take on that?
So for me personally, I've been passionate about creating a life that I don't ever want to run away from. Okay. So I've had times that I've taken a gap year for work. Okay. So I totally can identify with what she has said. And those years have been one of the most beautiful times to embed the sort of values that I want my kids to build, build the sort of bonds that I think preserve me and my 3 girls now, and just generally just enjoy them. No pressures of work deadlines, reports. And each time I've had to go back into the bog, my goal has always been to be able to have a life that gives them the sort of time that I would if I was away from work. So I think all stay-at-home moms are the heroes, or the sheroes, please. They are the sheroes, and they're doing such an amazing job of sacrificing a lot of things just to ensure that those kids are taken care of by themselves and nurtured and raised and brought up by themselves. They are the heroes.
Okay, so I don't even have anything to say. I can only but agree with you 101%. But now that you're working, how do you then balance your work-life relationship with the kids? How do you manage to get enough time to spend with the kids, with your work schedule?
In my early days, I used to strive for balance, and I had a lot of guilt, you know, pushing my career ahead and really wanting to be good at anything I do, and at the same time ensuring that I was there for them. But I use the word integration now a lot of times. So I call it work-life integration. So it means having both sides of your life working side by side. And sometimes it would tilt towards work.
True.
And sometimes the kids would have. But the goal is to ensure that we have enough activities we do together. Fitness helps us do that. Praying together helps us do that. Dancing together helps us do that. So there are some activities that we try to do together, mommy and daughters, and whoever is in the house, you know. So I think the word is integrates. There's sometimes they understand, they've always seen me work. So they understand that work is important, and I always tell them, you must have a passion factor. So they know, and I'm sure I'm raising career women, hopefully, or entrepreneurs. So they understand the value of work, and they understand. And what I also try to do is, I have a home office. So I set up my exact life at work, at home. So they understand that space. They understand it's my space. They understand when I'm in meeting rooms, and they give me that respect. And they also know that if they need me in a hurry, I will abandon everything that I'm doing because they are my priority. And that's what I tell them. You are my priority. You're my life. You're my everything. And I will drop it in a heartbeat, like I've had to do once or twice in my career journey, to be able to give them the time they needed. So I think that the key word is integration. Ensure that we have both lives as integrated as we can. So at every interview, the first thing I tell them is that I'm a girl mom. I'm a mom of 3 young children, so it's a choice. Would you hire me? It's your choice to hire me. That's part of my first introduction at every job interview. I'm a mom to 3 young ladies, 3 young beautiful princesses, and they're part of my life. So I think the thing is women being bold enough to bring that side of their lives to their professional lives, and yeah, fighting for integration. I think that's the word. That's the word.
So, Mama, over to you. See, my sweetheart, I met you on Instagram.
Yes.
I follow you. I've been following you for a long time.
Oh.
Then you caught my eye one day. You were going to film content. You had your 3 kids at the back of the car. One was crying. You had loads of clothes and
Welcome to my
like
life.
accessories, and you're like, oh, I'm good, and I'm like, how are you going to shoot with 3 like kids?
Oh, welcome
And you
to
know,
my life.
you still kind of looked composed. And I messaged you immediately. I'm like, I need to talk to you. How, like, no, how did you? Because there's this whole misconceptions around it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, social media, oh, just to like, just to engage.
Yeah, yeah. I am very happy you're asking me this question. You know why? Because some people don't know the amount of effort that I swear I put inside this thing. Even coming here alone, you know how
I know.
You,
Don't,
like,
don't get started on that one. I know.
Like, you know, like, and to even chronic, I don't have any help. I've
Wow.
not had any help. This is my 6th year in marriage, and I'm
Sis,
not. Yes, in
you
marriage.
need to call me aside and give me the tip. Like,
I've not had a help. So
Wow.
when I see women say this, I'm like, it's just balancing. You just have to know what you want at that time and go for it. I know I was coming here. I knew, okay, I have 3 girls. What time will I wake up? The night before that, I'm already prepping what they're
Oh,
wearing.
yeah, we were talking yesterday. And you're like, oh, I'm still up till 11. I'm like, sis, you need to sleep.
You can imagine. I was even up to like 12, so I've prepped what they're going to wear, their shoes. I've laid it out on the chair, you know. So my husband knows when he wakes up because I've spoken to him about it. Okay, you help me with ironing and all that. So it's like before I'm ready, he has ironed and he has put them in the car.
Okay.
So it's not left for me to do the other thing, breakfast and, you know. And again, then again, I'm very happy I have girls. You know why? Because right now, my first sister, who's about 6 years old, she can comfortably take my pictures.
Oh.
So if really I don't even have like someone to take pictures for me, I just say, I want to get this, I need to sell this,
Okay.
take this picture for me. So it's like, I've already said, let me be local.
Yeah.
I don't be train now. Like, this is what mommy loves doing. This is you can't change me. My husband met me this way.
Okay.
This is what I love doing.
Okay.
So we're going to push the brand. So when I start driving, you know,
Ferrari.
you now know the hustle started from here.
Okay.
So it's balancing, like she said. I'm just trying to balance my life, and I carry my kids with me. I don't drop them with anybody.
Amazing.
They are with me, even here. They are my handbag. We're going everywhere.
Amazing.
Okay.
Because when they sneeze, I can hear from here, and we are running.
Okay. I told you guys that we're going to have so much fun, and I am already having fun. Okay, when was the last time you went out, hung out with your friends, without the kids? Look at your face. Look at
That's
your
the thing. I'm really thinking. Like,
Wow.
okay. Let me put it this way. I think like most of the time, as much as I look very lively and everything, but I'm not really that person that.
Oh, you're more of an introvert.
Yeah, like I'm in between. Like
Ambivert.
Ambivert.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
not
Most likely.
exactly. I'm not that person that you could just say, oh, I'll say, I'll come in the night. I'll just text you. It's like
I don't understand. With all those clothes and
it's
everything,
like,
they are
I'm
posting
not
everything.
lying to you.
What
Like
do
I
you do
can't
with
tell
the
you how many. I can't.
It's business.
High five, my darling. I can't tell you how many invites I get, and it gets to that time. I'm like, let me bail out. Like, let me bail out. because I feel, okay, this is the truth people don't know about me.
Okay.
I don't have any childhood picture, like a baby picture.
Wow.
Let me tell you the gospel truth. Like, I can't do like when people do throwback.
Okay.
I can't do throwback. There's nothing that, we're not trained to anything. Like, I don't have any, because my mommy said I was so afraid of the cameraman that anytime I see one, I'm always crying. So the only one I had of me, she was backing me.
Oh, no.
And I was crying.
Oh,
That's the only, and I can't post that.
Birthdays.
I don't have. Like, I'm waiting,
Wow.
and all the pictures are ugly. So she tells them, don't print.
Wow.
I'm telling you the gospel truth. So me now taking picture, papa, every like I'm taking like everything. When my husband said, I said, babe, relax. I'm
here. I'm relieving those years that
like, I'm getting back my baby life back. I didn't take that. Let me take it now.
Girl, constantly.
Do you understand? So to me, that's like my social life. I don't have to put like, this is what I do to keep myself happy.
I'm with you on that.
Does it make sense to you?
Yeah.
That's what I do to
Total
make
sense.
myself happy.
Total
Like,
sense.
the camera is on
Total
me
sense.
now, I'm happy. Like, I'm like, we're gisting. That's how I feel. So I just feel that's my social life. That's it.
Okay. I'm going to touch on that part where you talked about you know taking pictures and you wailing and stuff like. I don't know how old you were then, or if there's anything like, I don't want you in my face, I don't want the flash, I don't want the camera. When we come back, we're going to take a short break, and when we take that break, we're going to come back and talk about wanting to take pictures, child privacy, and everything surrounding it. Because these days we just do like this, pam pam pam. Oh, you come here, stay together with your brother, pam pam pam. But sometimes it's like, I don't want to do this, mom. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to come and talk about child privacy with these women. I am having fun. So welcome back, and I still have in the studio with me my amazing women that are cracking me up, teaching me, and just giving me all the good stuff and all the fun stuff. So I'm going to take it to the child privacy that we were talking about before we went on the shop break. And I want to just pose this question to you, Tomi, because I know you are very particular about child privacy. You do not post the face of your child, and that's for reasons best known to you. But I just wanted to just quickly just let me know what made you make that decision about child privacy.
Okay, so I've been a blogger for like 10, 12 years now.
Okay.
And I just realized that it was a life I chose.
Okay.
And when I had my son, I thought about, I started when he was a baby. I still posted his picture when he was a baby. But as I started looking and saying, I was growing, and I was thinking that I didn't even want to post so much of my pictures anymore.
Okay.
And then I read different articles about mom bloggers, that their children, when they grew older, like, please take down my pictures and things like that. So I'm wondering, okay, so this is my son now. He's 1 year old, can't make a decision himself. I don't know what he's going to like in the future.
Okay.
So even if I start posting my son's picture at age 7, it's because I've seek his consent.
Okay.
I've asked him, would you like to, and let him know the ramifications of having his life online. Because what happens is that we put our children from when they're babies till they are old. So if somebody types in, if they remotely know their names,
they can
follow
their
type
lifestyle.
in and follow their life from when they were babies, right? And the reason why I'm doing that is because I chose to be in the public space. I don't want to subject my son to that if he doesn't want to. Yeah, but I can't. Yes, but I can't know until he can make the decision himself. Yes,
absolutely.
So once I explain to him that if you want to put your life online, it means that everybody will know your name. If you go out, and there was also the security part of it.
Okay.
Like, if I'm a blogger now, people know me, and if anybody sees my son outside, if people see my son outside and I'm not with him, they will know he's my son.
He's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. So nobody can call his name because I don't even put his real name online.
I don't.
Yeah. So nobody can call his name. You know my name, I know my son name. So you can know my son's name and his son name.
Okay.
If I put his school uniform and whatnot. So not being paranoid or anything, but first of all, the important thing is about choice.
Okay.
Right? Making a choice when he's older so he understands the ramification of the internet. Because as much as we have fun on the internet, there's also the dark side of the internet as well.
True.
Yeah.
So we have a contrast here, because I see your beautiful children online all the time.
Yeah.
You're a content creator, and I stand corrected, but I feel like you're also moving closely to that mom brand, because I tend to see your kids, mommy and me.
Yeah.
And Tomi has her own choice, which she had made, and then you have made your own choice.
Yeah.
So what? Because I knew you when you used to put your pregnancy pictures, and then you post like, I like all those cute baby pictures and stuff. So is that also like a choice for you? Like, what's your?
Okay, I totally agree with her own decision.
Okay.
For me, I think when I had my first child, I was very private about it. You know, you already had that mate in your head, like, if you post your baby, they'll jazz your baby. You know the way Nigerians normally think, like, once you're pregnant, they already have like,
don't even post your pregnancy.
For me, I even put in beads, they're wearing this, I was so scared, but I spoke to my late mom before she died. She said that, like, you put your baby out now, you put her when she's 15 years old. If they're going to type her name on encyclopedia or whatever, if they're going to talk about her, the other day she was born till the level she is now. So there's really no much difference. And I knew, okay, this is the angle I want to dwell towards, because I found that a lot of moms were attracted to my page, mostly when I posted my pregnancy pictures. And I can't even tell you how much I made them. Let's not even go to the money part. Do you understand?
Okay.
They were attracted to my page because they felt I was comfortable in my skin. I wasn't going to hide because I was pregnant. Internet is not going to kill my child. If that's your neighbor that will give you or make you step on what to kill, the internet people don't even know where you live. Do you understand? So
speaking like a true digital content
creator. So I think the problem is that people attach a lot of too much. I'm looking for the local word. Too much things to it that they make it look like, oh, if I do.
So for you, it's more of the jazz spiritual angle.
Like
whatever you want to do.
Like for me, I know where my faith dwells. I know who I believe in, and I know I'm not posting my children to pose. Most of them I'm posting to celebrate. Do you understand? I'm posting to teach.
I agree with you.
You know, I know I do matchy a lot with my kids.
I know.
So I'm posting parents to teach. I may not verbally write it, but people are saving the picture because they want to dress like that. So I don't really come and say, I don't post our day-to-day life, like as I was coming here and say, oh, we are coming now, we are doing, no, that's like too much.
It's just content
it's just content for that particular time, not me coming to say, I'm in the kitchen now, we are frying rice, we are doing, no, that's too much. But I know a lot of moms do, they go deep. And I think it's unnecessary. Like, you want to do something, let there be a reason behind what you want to do. And let people know, okay, this is why she's doing, not because of cloud chasing, like we are saying now on IG.
Okay, Raleigh, I know your page, and I don't think I've ever seen your kids on your page before.
Yes. I sort of share Tomi's sentiment, and that's because part of my values with my children is authenticity, and it's about them maintaining their own individual spaces, and I ram it into their head. So I started the same way. When they were little, I used to post cute pictures. And then they just told me I really wasn't giving them the power to be their individuals. I have a private page for them. It's totally closed, and I just drop all their pictures there. I just drop all their pictures there. And hopefully, I'm watching each and every one of them. If anyone tells me, hi, mommy, like some of my kids, one of my children asked to create their own YouTube channel, and she's 9 years old, and I'm just waiting for her to reach a particular mark, and she's making that choice herself. Yes, she's making that choice herself, then I'll let her go. So my own motivation will be just be the power of individuality. Be your own person. I don't want to doctor your life. I don't want to doctor anything you do. Find your expression and live it.
This intentional parenting is what I live for. So thank you so much
it's
for
important.
That. That's like
it's
important. I've gotten like 3 different interesting views on this particular topic, because I'm kind of like in between, but like what goes. So because it's International Women's Day, I'm actually going to touch on women empowerment.
So powerful.
Yes, ladies, I'm going to say this. You being here today, I know what you have taken us to do this today, is what I call support. Thank you. So I'm going to ask you, how do you, well, in light of, the week, how do you support your own female folk? How do you help your community? How do you see that woman and say, you are me, I am you? Because that is what TMMS is all about. Real life, real women, real talk. Come and say it from your chest, how you feel. And that's why I was really excited about this particular episode. And I just want to hear, how do you support that woman out there that needs you? You know what I'm talking about. Really, I'm going to ask you first.
So I think for IWD this year, the theme is Choose to Challenge. I know that because I'm working on the IWD board for my organization, so part of the questions that came to me is, number one, women, we challenging ourselves. And it's quite difficult, especially, for example, women in the workplace. Those of us that have had to fight our ways to whatever position we had to get to, and at the same time have aspirations for more. And the question is, there are ceilings, there are ceilings, there are ceilings, there are ceilings, there are cultural ceilings, there are patriarchal ceilings.
Tell me about it.
There are biological ceilings. There are the restrictions of, there are the realities, there are the realities of our daily lives. But I think the first thing I tell myself is, every woman needs to decide what life she wants to build. You create the life that you don't want to run away from. And I think, secondly, I'm very passionate about the woman and her mind, mental spaces. So I realized that when a woman is wholesome, healthy, emotionally whole, she's able to take on a bit more. She's able to fight. She's able to wake up. She's able to wake up at 12 to 3. She's able to be that amazing content creator or sit at her desk, you know, and be able to set goals, lead teams, you know. So I think creating safe spaces for women is also a very important part of support and nurturing, and I'm not sure how many women have that today. And I think that's one thing that we need to drive. So I think it's about choosing to challenge ourselves. I think it's about choosing to support ourselves. It's about creating safe spaces for women to be able to come out and thrive and live their lives without any repercussions, you know, and without any hang-ups. And I think those are two passionate points for me when I think about International Women's Day.
Okay. Tomi, I'm going to take you next. I know you already you have a community of women that you literally support, but I'm just going to let you.
So like you said, challenging yourself in the sense that I saw what I needed. I knew that I needed, because it was challenging to have a social life and challenging to have even my friends, right? You know, because of the season of life that you all are different in. So I saw what I needed and I created that space for me. And not being in a selfish way, but because I knew that there were other women like me. You know, it's the society already, you know, sidelines you, whether from the male folk telling you that, oh, as a stay-at-home mom, you don't do this, or you don't do that, or you can't do, or they're always saying something, right? So I'm like, okay, find this safe space for other stay-at-home moms to be able to express ourselves, to be able to lean on each other, and
get that
you know,
every time you
to
don't
lean on each other, to be able to support, have a space to a safe space to even rant. Because sometimes that's all we do.
all you do.
We just rant. Like, okay,
amazing.
I'm tired.
I'm exhausted. Like just
So that's just been that's it for me. That's what it has been for me. You know,
Okay, so we're going to take a short break. When I come back, I'm going to come to you, and then you are going to tell me your own take on this. So we'll take a short break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Before we went on a short break, we were talking about women empowerment, and my women were telling me everything and how they support their own women in their own space, in their own element. But we left you out, Ma. So you're going to just give me your own take on, you know, women supporting women. I know out there's a lot of people that will say, oh, you people, it's a lie, you don't support each other, but we know what we do for our women folk. If anybody's out there having their own thought, it's fine, you'll be okay. But what do you do for your fellow women? How do you support your own women?
I think, like, looking at me, you can tell maybe I'm not the regular kind of, this is what I do. You know, like when I got married 6 years ago, I found out that, parents will just tell you, go marry. Just, you know, along the way you will learn.
You will learn.
You understand? They just give you that petty talk like that. And there was no manual. We're not giving manuals when we're getting married. So you now dating your husband. And my own case, I didn't date my husband for like 10, 15, 20. I think we were there for like 8 or 9 months or so. Then we got married. So there was no manual or anything. So every day I was seeing something new. Like today, bars, another like balls. You know, seriously, marriage takes patience to be able to, you understand, go through, judging the fact that both of you are coming from separate ends. And knowing that we're both coming from different backgrounds. He came from a very large family. Like his mommy had 12 kids.
Wow.
12 kids. My mom had 4. So he was used to crowds, everything. I was like...
more intimate.
Do you understand? It was like a lot, you know.
Difference.
You get me? So I found that like there were a lot of women who were struggling, who didn't even know anything about...
Still struggling.
Exactly. So I said, okay, why don't I start writing in my page? That birthed what I call the 5 a.m. thoughts on my page. So sometimes during the day when something happens, the next day I make it a story. So 90% of what I write is myself, it's my story.
Okay.
So that's why when you come to my page, you can just relax because it's like I'm talking about me.
Yourself.
Do you understand? It's my story. And I started writing about marriages and everything. Like the one I wrote like 3-4 days ago, I wrote about Valentine.
Okay.
Do you understand? I wrote about how 2 years into the marriage, he stopped giving me Valentine gifts.
How?
Okay. Do you understand? He felt very comfortable. You know, some women are going through this and they don't talk about it.
So
They might just go and snap one picture and post happy Valentine. I'm very realistic. I'm just real. Like, this is me. I didn't get it. That's it.
So sis, we're together.
Do you understand? We're in this train. Forget I look this good.
Yeah.
I didn't get.
You didn't buy me gift.
Do you understand? Why
you didn't die,
I didn't die. But some people will feel, because she looks this good, he probably is giving her iPhone 12. Do you understand? So I wrote about that and I got like over 100 comments. People pointing out,
Like,
telling me different things. So I had to balance it to tell them that it's okay if at that time you didn't get. Maybe 2, 3 they gave you.
You might get.
Like there's no competition. If he celebrates you every day and he skipped that day, you're not going to fault him for that. So I had to like touch a lot of things. And ever since I started writing, I think that's when my own community came in. I found that I started having a group of women who would DM me. And I don't make, I have 20,000 or 30. I choose a certain number of people I reply that DM. Once you send me a DM, you know me. I'm replying you, unless I maybe I've not opened my phone that day.
You see, that's why I always message you on Instagram.
Like, I'm opening, I don't put any, that, she just has 500. No. Like, I feel everybody have like a story. If I can't help you, then I'll tell you I can help you. So I know a lot of women outside it have prayed for, we've done fasting about it. If they watch this, they'll probably comment on that. They fasted and they'll tell you, I can screenshot some. Oh, I just gave birth to a baby boy. Thank you for praying with me. Thank you for doing this with me.
Sweet.
So I think that's my own community. That's why I come in. I might not come out and say I'm sharing money or I'm doing this or I'm doing, but like,
trust me,
secretly,
I don't even think we needed to share money. I think you're doing a lot
secretly,
already.
like everybody have and this is what I do, and this is what gives me joy. So I think I'm fine. That's my own way of giving back.
Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much. Thank you. Like, this is really, really insightful because it's very, easy for people to see you on Instagram, looking all like boom, and they're like this one, but
she has like 10 helps.
I get that. I know, right? It's like that's the only way you can pull out all this content.
Like,
I won't lie to you. I've had my face of content creation, and I'm like, this is not for me because it's a lot of work. There's editing, there's picture, there's putting together, nice outfit, and that's not for me. The things that are for me, I know, and I'm going to touch on it now.
Exactly.
Self-care. I'm the self-care queen. I live and breathe self-care.
Okay.
For things like what Rolly has touched on, mental space. I feel like when I take my self-care seriously, I am able to function properly. So I collect self-care ideas. I probably have a jar in my room that I'm going to go and drop all these ideas that you did not get people are going to drop for me today. So I'm going to start from, I will start from Rolly. I'm going to start from you, Tomi. What's your self-care routine? What do you do for self-care? Yourself, just me doing something for me. And everyone complains that I don't talk about my own self-care routine, but maybe
why don't you start with yourself?
Okay, let me start with myself.
Yeah.
I can take a break. That is me. I can just say, hello, my husband, I need to get away from you lot. And I go to my parents' place and I just lock myself in my old room and I can sleep. I can video call because my children would always want to video call me, and I can just say, okay, how are you guys doing? And I don't even think my husband and I talk a lot in that space because he knows that this one is in that space and she needs, her space. So I come back. I probably even come back with a lot of goodies. Like I will go shopping, buy them stuff, and I'm like, I'm back. They're like, Mommy, did you travel?
Mini vacation.
I'm like, I didn't travel right there at my parents' place. So sometimes my pantry is also my safe haven. I love me a glass of wine. I can just pour it, lock myself in the pantry and then I'm a queen of podcasts. Like I am always in my earphones because I can't read that much. So I'd rather listen to like audiobooks or podcasts. That's my thing. It doesn't really sound like, self-care, but that's my space. Like I block out my ears, listen to like inspiring stuff. It could be Christian, it could be anything. Something to just lift my spirit. And I have like loads, but those are my very constant ones. So Tomi.
Yeah, so like I mentioned before, because for me, I know that realistically, it's not going to be like possible to just, because I'm a stay-at-home mom. we live on one income, so I can't put so much pressure on my husband to like, oh, just come, I just disappear or something, right? And his work is very demanding. So being realistic with myself, I know that just upping and taking a break is not possible for me all the time, which I do once in a while. But what I do is that I take my Fridays off.
Good.
Regardless of whatever I'm doing, right? I just stay in my space.
You don't mommy?
I don't, no, I have to mommy, but
I'm saying that
normally, because I work at certain times. So so I don't do like any work on Fridays. Yes. Okay. I don't do any work on Fridays. I watch movies, and
chill.
Yes, and I chill. And another thing that is always important for me to take care of myself is my mind. Because I used to write a lot before, I always ensure that I journal. Okay. And because journaling helps me to process my thoughts, it gives me that space that you talked about, reflection. So I have to self-reflect. I write dear God letters, so that's my, so that's my journaling time.
Oh, that's nice.
So that way I just like pour out everything. Yes. So even the things that I can't even talk to anybody about, and by the time I'm done,
you feel like,
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's done.
And there's this last thing that I do is like I write down everything that's on my mind, like a list of everything. It's like emptying my mind. So when I feel that my head is like, okay, so I'm like, okay, so what are the things that are bothering me right now? Okay, this is this is that, this is that. Yeah. So I just empty my mind, and when I see it on paper, I'm like, okay, this is not that bad. It's not as bad as.
So you're able to manage it.
Yeah. Then I can say, okay, this one I can do, this one I can, this one I can ask for help for, this one I can ask for help for. Yeah. So that way, my mind now settles down, and I'm able to now go again
and give it a go.
Then it gets cluttered again.
I'm with you on that one because
we do it again.
I used to do that in law school, and when I go for an exam, because the exams are back to back, and because of the way I assimilate, I have to get back home and literally probably write some things out because I've crammed so much sections, and I'm like, and I'm trying to do maybe we had constitutional laws there, and I'm trying to do another thing tomorrow. I'm like, no, I need to let this go. Like I scribble down a lot, and then I just like, I don't know, maybe it's like psychology. I just wrap it and just throw it in the bin.
Very terrible.
Yeah, like I just let it go so I can concentrate on something else.
And do you get better after it?
Absolutely, girl. I do.
Maybe I'll
so
try that.
yes, I should.
Empty your mind out, all the things you want to do that is giving you, like, making you frantic, and like, okay, but then just everything down.
I'll be trying that out.
So what about you?
For me, like really, I'm just trying to look for how
your pictures.
I'm telling you, like for someone that doesn't really have like a help or something, it's really very hard.
Very hard.
Yeah, I have to
realistically just say, okay, I'm taking a day off. I'm taking 1 hour off. Looks like a year. Because when you turn your back to the next one, your house is like there.
I mean, you need to pat out.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So like there's really,
there's really
no day
and at the same time I'm cringing because I can't go like that.
Exactly. And I have a serious OCD, and trust me, I'm training that shit on my kids. Like, take all of you share, so that when you see death, you they're coming to kill me, and they're screaming and they're packing things, and because I can't stand where there's so much death. Like I start scratching and all that. So when they say, I'm already throwing that shit on them, I'm putting that fear in them. So I try. Trust me, it's working for me because when the house is messy, they already start feeling a certain way. So they are putting things in order. So for me, I think my own self-care happens mostly at about 9:30 in the night, because my kids go to bed by 8:30. Everybody go. If you like, you sleep you. If you like, don't be sleepy. You're in. So I just take a bottle of wine, like you. That was not the way you're talking.
Like agreement.
I will take a bottle of Best or Bailey's, and just like chips.
And
I'm just watching all the channels that I could do because I'm putting them on PG-13 and all that. Just let me just watch it all now.
And then have fun. Okay.
And that's all.
So, Raleigh, what about you?
Have an oasis.
Okay.
I have a space that I call my own, and my girls know. And I also teach them to have their own spaces. So everyone has a corner in the house, and I leave them to do their own stuff, and they leave me to do my stuff. It's called my room. It's in my own colors, in my comfy space. And once I'm in and I shut the door, nobody comes in. I take a 6-week retreat. Every 6 weeks, I take a retreat out of the house. Because it's important for me to be an individual. And motherhood is part of who I am. It's not everything that I am. Being a wife, even my work, no side of my life, I have my life is divided into 8 expressions. And each of those expressions must be cultivated as individual entities, and none must superimpose. Yes, for Rolake to still be the same person that she wants to be. So my retreat is that time to connect with each of those expressions. When I set goals for myself for the year, I set goals in each of these 8 expressions. When I'm thriving, when one part is doing bad, I gauge it on each of these 8 expressions. It sounds easy. At times it's a mess, and because growth is also not linear, it's cyclical. So I think having your own space is important. Then creating your life also in different legs is also important, because it helps. It helps. And 2, for me, I'm unapologetic about getting help. I'm unapologetic. I started with One Help, and it's not to brag. I think all women that can are strong. But I also think that women that also identify where they're strong at are also strong. So it also helps me when I get home. I plan my life on a monthly basis. It helps me to find the time that I need to, find the time to pray, to read the word, find the time to journal. I journal a lot, and that's why I could identify. It's so important. It's so important. Those silent moments are times to reflect. So I think that's it. And my skincare. Yeah.
I wish I could do all this. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, please.
I'm that mommy. Like my kids have their own TV in their room. Okay. But I just feel like if they're in their room, like what are you watching? No, like I don't. You get me? Like I just want them around me. I'm that mommy. I'm that gummy mommy. Like when
it has a name.
I'm looking for the name. Like just like
the helicopter.
Yeah.
Helicopter.
Just like you're saying now that you could just go into your room. I'm looking at you like, damn, she must be crazy. What happened to my children? Somebody can take them. Something can happen. I'm that mommy. Like. I don't know. I think like all mothers are like different.
We're all different.
Like that's how I identify. Like I'm like that.
I think it's about also parenting from your own values.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have taught them independence. They didn't sleep with me when they were babies.
Yeah.
When they were babies, they didn't sleep with me. They cannot come into my bedroom without. So I think it's about what you value. And subconsciously you raise your kids this way. So they know themselves. They grab their book when they need to.
Okay.
They grab their books when they need to. Even the little baby can sit down and watch. She likes her space, as in she naturally likes her space, and she would not have even me in her space. Yes. And I respect that. And that's the way we work. That's the way we work.
Okay, ladies, thank you so much. It is so like amazing and insightful to have you on the TMMS. Like, we are going to do this often. Like, I'm going to have more ladies coming and just come. It's so refreshing. And then thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your intimate and private moment with us. And also to our viewers, I'm just going to let you just take it all in. If you want to carry a bag of diaper, if you want to carry a briefcase, it's all up on you. Do what makes you happy. Do what puts you in your own space. And like Rolly said, do what you enjoy doing all the time. Something you're not going to get bored doing. Do well. To follow us on our social media handles popping up on your screen. And let's talk, engage, and create our own community. Until we see you next time, it's me, Tolu, your host on the Millennial Mum Show.